Today, I'd like to speak with students about VEXT and why VEXT is a valuable tool. VEXT provides learning analytics to help you improve your writing and thinking. We started VEXT for one very simple reason. We think your writing, your intellectual property, is worth something. At the very least, you ought to be able to control your intellectual property. But that is the lowest bar. You should also have access to your intellectual property. You should be able to share your intellectual property. You should be able to connect with others, your peers, around your own work. And most importantly, you should be able to learn and grow from your intellectual property. VEXT supports you on each of these points. VEXT gives you control, access, the ability to connect, and learning analytics around your intellectual property. For starters, VEXT is super easy to use. You can sign up, log in, and begin uploading papers right away. For students, the value of VEXT is that for the first time, you can begin to see the DNA of your paper. VEXT provides visualizations of the patterns of your writing. For example, the VEXT paper fingerprint shows you where main ideas and citations are occurring in your paper. This is a VEXT paper fingerprint. Each blue, red, and white bar represents a place in your paper where a citation or key topic is occurring. The color represents the sentiment. Red equals negative, blue equals positive, and white is neutral. And you can see where in the paper those citations or key topics are occurring. This data can be quite telling and can be used to help you in a myriad of ways. See, for example, the negativity or the neutrality with which you express a sentiment towards another author. One example of the value of this functionality is to allow you to see your writing patterns in a single paper and your patterns over time. Research shows that beginning writers often express overwhelmingly positive sentiments towards other authors when they cite them. As writers become more sophisticated with their writing skills, they begin to cite other authors and express broader ranges of sentiment in their writing. You can see our blog for a deeper dive into the value of this data visualization to help you understand how to use these analytics as a student writer. The old way of having a computer read your paper would be to simply highlight sections of your paper suspected of plagiarism. 1, that doesn't help you learn. 2, research shows those algorithms are wrong more than 40% of the time. Never before have students been able to get this type of analytics that VEXT provides. Second, control. You get to decide if, when, and how long your paper stays in the searchable VEXT database. It's your intellectual property. Other systems simply take your intellectual property and monetize it based on fair use grounds. At VEXT, if you want to delete your paper from the database, simply select trash and instantly it's gone. Another key point about VEXT that is valuable to you is you have access to your intellectual property. That's right, you can actually see your library of submissions, and the value of this are multiple. You can see your body of work over time and dig into the analytics. You can examine how you've grown over time. You can also leverage your work to connect to peers who are writing about similar topics. Which leads to another important point, and an especially valuable aspect of VEXT for students, which is you can join in conversations with others who are writing on topics that you are passionate about. See how they are thinking and what they are writing about, who they are citing, and how you can expand your horizons. We built VEXT as a platform to honor the knowledge work that students and teachers do. Our vision is to give learners and educators control of your intellectual property. We want to be able to provide data analytics so that you can measure and map your development as a thinker and a writer and become more interconnected with your peers about the ideas that you are passionate about. Please check us out at vextedu.com .NET